are in the upright position. Please make sure you fasten your seatbelts as we descend. Thank you for flying with Airplane Gang. All boarding. Flight 2701. Airplane Gang. All boarding. Flight 2701.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Private Planes Podcast. Today, you here with your boy, Private Planes Jerry, and then I'm here with my mans.
Y'all in the building. What's going on, y'all?
So, today, we're just going to jump straight into it. We're going to be talking about the top 5, dead or alive, rappers who should have been bigger. Well, I think that's kind of contradicting. So we'll be talking about the top 5 rappers dead or alive, and for the ones who did, should have been bigger. So let's just get straight into it.
The top 5 dead or alive, huh? Okay. Let's go.
Oh, I can't forget. Sorry, I got my man Sino from behind the boards today.
Y'all already know what it is. We here. I'm here. I'm in the cockpit today.
You might want to aim that mic at you.
I'm at the cockpit today. Y'all know what's going on.
You can lower it.
Okay. Now, let's just get straight into it, man. Who you think the ones that never quite got their shot? And we're just gonna talk about people who passed, and this can be just hip hop period. So it started in the '80s. So we can, cause a lot of people don't know about old rappers. I'm not gonna pass. I'm gonna say past rappers. Besides like Tupac and the bigger names. You know what I mean?
But not the Mac Dre's and all that. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I think they are big names like that, but in their areas.
Okay. Personally, okay, it's a dude we talking about from the street level, never got signed, all that, right?
Right.
2 people that I know of. I'm from Detroit, so 2 people in Detroit that I know would have made it, and that was I don't know why I can't think of old boy name. He got killed, but I know Icewear Vezo.
Icewear for sure.
Icewear Vezo.
I like
He definitely was on his motherfucking way. And old boy that kind of heavy set dude that Meek Mill.
Hold on, Icewear Vezo.
Ain't he still rapping?
Not Icewear
I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hold on.
No, old boy name is something like that. Hold on. Boss up and get. No, it wasn't boss up and get this. Yeah, it was boss. It wasn't boss up and get this money. Would you? No, that's the Cheddar Boys. Damn, what's the dog name? Blade Icewood. His name was Blade Icewood. It was a dude named
me.
But it's been a while, man, since he passed away. Yeah, that was. How old are you, Sino?
34.
Yeah, so you was in your teens, your early teens, so you wouldn't. You
I was probably listening to Bow Wow.
And that was all the way on the other side of goddamn. You from Memphis? I'm from Detroit, so he was locally though. You know what I'm saying? He was.
But no, this what this about. So cause like I was saying about Mac. Well, you mentioned Mac Dre, but what I was saying about it was it's a lot of people that don't know about Mac Dre, and it's another generation out right now. The younger generation.
I don't even know about Mac Dre.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
So it's just he was big in his area.
Exactly. He was
So
on his way
think,
like a mother.
Exactly. I definitely think
Cool J top 5.
Yeah, Cool J.
What made you say that?
No. You talking about top 5 dead or alive?
We talking about the deceased ones, right?
I'm saying that was no. That you saying?
I'm too fast. Okay, we're going to deceased. Let me get.
No, but since you on that,
I'm saying
since you on there, let's talk about it.
Yeah, the truth.
Okay, all right. I agree.
I actually agree with you.
As a rapper,
I agree with you.
Artist-wise, yes.
And longevity.
I think LL Cool J is one of the greats for sure.
Okay.
He top 5.
Top 5. I don't know about top 5.
I mean, depending on what you're judging, but with accolades, music, catalog,
No, he definitely
all
had
of that,
accolades.
everything.
And I
in one.
love LL Cool J music before, during and before the album 10. After that,
I still like the stuff he did with Bad Boy. Was that Bad Boy when he was doing Head Sprung and all that?
see,
That
I
wasn't Bad
didn't,
Boy. He was
see,
Def
I didn't,
Jam.
I
I'm
didn't like
tripping.
that.
Yeah, he was never with Bad
he
Boy
Def
Records.
Jam.
He was
They
with
were Def Jam,
Jam.
but I didn't like that. But Def Jam
For
the
his
10
whole music career.
But no, the 10 album was for his 10th album with Def Jam. He was supposed to be out of
So-
the country.
Right, so then, even
Yeah.
with that, another top 5 for me, Not Go Dead, would be like DMX.
Once again,
Okay.
I love DMX. I think DMX is like one of the
His style was
best
different.
rappers in his time, like during his era. But I won't put him top 5.
Ain't no
Okay.
other artist did what DMX did.
Okay, so who is your top? Who is your top?
5.
Who are you? Tell us who your top 5 is.
Not who you think, what you heard, your top 5.
Yeah, my top 5, and I can tell you why each one. And this is no specific order.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And are we doing just one person? What about groups?
No,
Can a
top
group
5
be-
You got
individuals.
individuals.
And so it's gonna be individual.
And
So
it ain't
solo
gotta be
artists.
in no order. Just top 5.
So solo artists. I want to make this 100% clear.
Are we talking about rap or are we talking about other type
No,
of
we talking about
genres?
rap.
Okay.
We talking about rap.
Okay.
So because I can easily bring groups in, but I'm just making sure we talking about solo artists, solo act.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
that's
all
all right.
it is nowadays.
All right. So
Man, give us
I'm
the 5.
gonna say Tupac for sure.
Okay. Now
Right.
are you giving us your best
I'm giving you mine.
from what order?
I'm not giving you no order.
Best to worst or worst to best?
No, I'm just giving you.
5.
I'm just giving you 5.
Okay. Let's
Just
do it.
in
Let's do
the
it.
5. This is no specific
Okay.
order.
Tupac.
And I think Tupac because he made a impact on the time he was in, like
He
a
was the
huge
number one
impact.
influential rapper.
I don't
of
think
all time.
nobody did nothing like that. It's in rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Period. Still.
Yeah, he was the number one influential rapper of all time, no doubt.
So I can't leave Tupac out. All right. So I'm gonna put Tupac in there. All right. I'm gonna put Lil Wayne in there. I'm gonna tell you why I'm putting Lil Wayne in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Lil Wayne in there because the majority of this generation, from Young Thug and leading on with the Uzi Verts and all these A-list rappers of this time was birthed from Lil Wayne. I feel like. You know
So
what I'm
you
saying?
feel like his influence was
Yeah,
huge.
his influence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Lil
Okay.
Wayne had
I can
a
agree with that.
tremendous, and he is the nigga.
Alright, so
And
we
he
got-
was one of the rappers responsible for crossing over
Exactly.
to the
You
suburban.
know, he did rock, and you know what I'm saying? Niggas went, and he just kind of made a lane for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay, what's that? How many is that?
that's 2.
That's 2. I'm gonna put Future in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Future in there because it's really self-explanatory.
Yeah. Future
I
kind of
really
like
shouldn't
Future
even have
took
to
Atlanta at one
explain
point in
that.
time. You know, like
You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta was his. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like Future
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like, come on, bro. Like, let's just be fair.
Okay. So you got 2 more.
1,000 million billion % Drake.
Who?
Drake.
Okay. Okay.
He can never be left out this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Drake is. Did Drake jump on your shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to hit record. Exactly.
Nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Shit, damn nigga suck. And,
Yeah.
I mean, but he made himself to be that person. Goes whatever you niggas say. You know what I'm saying? He built himself to be that person. And I feel like he can jump on anybody's shit and it'll be a hit. And he'll make it sound good. I think
I actually agree with you.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree with you. You got one more. Who your top dog?
one more. And I'm gonna go Young Dolph, fuck it. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Young Dolph. Yeah, I know my boy Dolph. What you talking about? Shout out my boy
Okay,
Young Dolph.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Young Dolph fall under one of the categories that, cause he died. You know what I'm saying? He would have been.
Young Dolph showed niggas how to do that
I'm
shit
talking
on
about-
an independent level for real, though.
With millions.
Yeah.
Not
He had
hundreds
to
of
be like
thousands.
one of the top independent rap
Ever.
artists ever. Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah,
ever. Like
he
you
made
know what I
niggas
mean?
realize I really do not need a label. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So they don't be my top 5, and I told you why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's a good selection, man. That was a good lineup. Those actually some powerhouses.
you know what I mean?
Shit, you know what I'm saying? What
E-
about
Every single one of them super influential.
Yeah.
Especially in that, you know,
In
they
the
time.
era,
Yeah.
yeah.
in the era.
what's up, Cino? Who you got?
I take, like I said, Tupac. I agree with Lil Wayne.
I'm talking to Mike.
I agree with Tupac. I agree with Lil Wayne. I probably would add, like I said, LL Cool J. I
Okay.
probably would add Nas.
That's
Okay.
And
Good
then I probably throw in a biased answer, Jay-Z. I in my heart, I'm gonna take that back 'cause I don't even like Jay-Z,
But
but I give props.
I would say, by you saying Jay-Z, I would say that he created a lane for big business, for a hip rap artist. No, people wasn't doing, as far as business, what Jay-Z has accomplished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wouldn't argue if we talking about just
Yeah.
you know how it was coming, but so I wouldn't be mad if you said Jay-Z. He wouldn't be in my top 5, but I wouldn't be mad if you said him.
Okay. So it's on me.
Yeah.
So my number one.
Hold on, who was I'm sorry. Who was the 5th one?
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
You roll with Jay-Z? Sino?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
So my number one pick is Jay-Z
Okay.
because Jay-Z over time Jay-Z became my favorite rapper because of, like you said, the business savvy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At first, I really didn't listen to Jay-Z like that, right? And then I was riding with my homeboy one day, you know what I'm saying? And I was in the back seat, high as fuck. You know, when you high, you hear music that you
Yeah.
ignore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm really listening to this nigga lyrics, and I'm like, nigga, this nigga is saying some shit.
Nah, he
Like,
talking
if
that
you
shit.
pay attention to what the fuck this nigga is saying, this nigga giving you the blueprint. He telling you, nigga, this is how you do it. But you gotta know how to read between the lines.
Exactly.
Jay-Z a cold rapper. You see what I'm saying? If you're not really in touch with or in tune with the streets like that, a lot of that shit will fly over a lot of people's heads.
That American Gangster was probably the first
Red or
thing
blue
I listened
pill.
to.
You live and you learn.
I'm telling you, bruh,
You know, Jay, you got some shit,
bruh
man.
is deep, but he's saying it in a way where you really got to be in touch with what's going on, you know what I'm saying, in the black community to really like grasp it, because he hiding the shit from, you know, he putting the message out there, but if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I-
So it took me a while to catch on to Jay-Z, and when I started really listening to him, I started really going to pay attention to the other songs, and I'm like, oh, that's what the fuck he was saying. Like even with that Do Say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his liquor. You feel me?
Right.
And in the song when he was on there with Beyonce, and the nigga was like, "If I do say so myself," like that flew over my head the first couple of times I heard that song. And then I'm like, this nigga
I thought that
promoting
was
his
cold.
motherfucking
I
liquor.
thought that was cold when I first heard it.
You know, I didn't catch it.
Russ go crazy.
I didn't catch it, bro. It took me a minute to catch that shit. But I'm like, bro, you can't let nothing this nigga say go past.
yeah.
Right.
You gotta take every word and dissect that shit, bro. And I understand why every rap nigga in the game right now call that nigga Big Brother. Every nigga. Even the
Understand.
biggest artists that we know and love call that nigga Big Brother. The only one that really don't vibe with the nigga is 50 Cent.
The
know what I'm
center
saying?
powerhouse itself too
He
now.
is.
He is.
The powerhouse itself too
He
now.
is.
Like,
Okay.
We won't sleep on 50.
I ain't gonna trip on 50. Because
So-
though I was saying we were talking about groups, I was gonna definitely throw G-Unit in that
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
So you got
as an
Jay-Z
individual,
one.
Jay-Z would be number one. My number two, and really would be my number one though, would be Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a huge, still am, a
Yeah, me too,
huge
yeah.
Tupac fan, bro. Tupac had an influence on the way I viewed things in some aspects because Tupac was a street cat. You know what I'm saying? That Juilliard. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a street cat that was still making moves in the industry. You know what I'm saying? That didn't accept guys like us.
And he had a lot of sense.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You got to think about the rap game got corny for a minute. They would only sign guys that was like they viewed as being a non-threat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody else had to go underground to make their money. You see what I'm saying? But the music industry itself, they didn't want nothing to do with street cats, bro. Tupac slid up in there, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of made it look like, okay, this shit possible. Me and Tupac was around the same age, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the shit he did, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, that's some shit I could do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that was a huge influence
And-
as to why I even started getting off into the studio shit and all of that.
And that's what influence is fucking all
Exactly.
about. Because you looking at it, you like, if he can do that shit, I can do this shit too.
Right. So Tupac is, to me, the number one influential rapper in history.
I agree.
I don't think no other rapper has had the same type of following.
Rapper.
Rapper that has
Yeah, I'ma
had the
say
same
rapper.
type of following
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
as Tupac.
Lil Wayne had the whole world get dreads.
A different type of following. That was a different type of following, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's
don't-
why I put Lil Wayne in there, because Lil Wayne is 100 different percent. But if we was going top 10, I would put Young Thug in there.
Oh, hell no.
Yes, I would, because Young Thug.
That nigga ain't
Influential?
top 50.
Influential.
He ain't top
Influential. Young
50.
Thug
Yeah,
is.
Ain't nobody
I would say,
wearing dreads.
Young
in
Thug,
Atlanta.
Nobody wearing this
I would
shit
say in
doing that
Atlanta,
shit
yeah.
he's doing.
Young Thug influenced, boy.
Not on a
Atlanta.
global
He-
scale like Pac.
Atlanta.
Not like
Right,
Pac,
Atlanta.
no.
You feel me?
That's why I won't put him in the top
Okay,
5.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? No, I wouldn't put him
He's
top 5.
not
But
top
he,
20.
Young Thug,
He's
he
not top
influenced
20.
a whole.
When half your hits can't
He
nobody
he
quote,
influenced
you
an
gotta
era
have that,
of
man.
people, bro. Young Thug did. He influenced an era of people.
That's
Single-handedly,
look
by
how it- look
itself,
how it- look how it-
YSL, Slime.
Hey man, I know one thing.
So to the point where he got
Even in
a
the fashion
RICO
world.
charge.
Even in the fashion world.
Even in
Even in the fashion world, bro.
Yeah, he wearing dresses.
Guys wasn't wearing
I
them
mean,
little,
I went. He the first nigga I ever seen wearing a damn purse. I call them purses.
niggas wasn't
Scrolls.
wearing money bags back then, bro.
Only people I seen wearing that shit was
Shit.
niggas in Italy and shit.
Yup.
Messenger
Yup.
bags. That's what they call it.
Italians.
Yeah, so I'm going to store. They had messenger bags for men. Niggas wasn't buying that shit.
Right.
Young Thug started that shit.
Okay.
So I put him because when I'm talking about shit, when we talk about the top, I'm talking about overall.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
What in your opinion though?
In my opinion, because it only can be my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It only can be my opinion.
Right,
Now,
right.
the stuff that I'm saying, the points that I make might be a fact. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm talking about Grammys or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
But
But
that's not what the conversation is about, though.
I never judged the rapper as being my favorite based off their accolades.
That's what I'm saying. So that's
You know
not
what
what
I'm
the
saying?
conversation is
Exactly.
about. So it wouldn't be a fact.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
it can be nothing but an opinion.
Right.
At the end
Okay.
of the day, it just be my opinion. And in my opinion, when we speaking on this type of thing, we speaking on overall. So in the overall accolades is actually in the overall, but that's not making me say, oh, it's you, right? I don't even know how many Grammys these niggas got that I told you. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. I don't fucking know.
So you got
But-
who? This your name too?
I only named 2 so far.
Yeah, 2 so far. Yeah, but that's that's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
I don't. I mean, it don't matter about that part. You
Yeah.
know.
So my third person, I would have to say, do we have certain criteria that we have to go by? Or
Just
is it
rap.
just
Your
personal
opinion, personal opinion.
Okay. So I would have to give Eminem his props. He's a hell of a rapper, no doubt about that.
Bias.
I'm biased on that.
And
biased. He's
and
from
he
Detroit.
kind of opened the door.
I'm biased on that.
He kind of opened the door for people to accept white rappers a little more.
White rappers always been good though.
They ain't really been accepted like that though. They still had.
No,
to,
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Right.
He made white rappers acceptable. We was shunned. I mean, we had our MC searches and stuff like that, but they
Ice.
never really got as big as Eminem. I don't think.
Nobody got
Nobody
as big as
did.
Eminem.
Exactly. That's what
as
I'm
far
saying.
as
So
shit. Machine Gun Kelly was like.
he was straight.
No, I'm just saying as far as big.
Ice
as a
Vanilla-
rapper-
Vanilla Ice was like the
Vanilla Ice, we ain't even gonna.
He was like the first white rapper though. So
Yeah.
he was the one rapper that.
Made money.
Yeah.
No, not saying Vanilla Ice like he ain't nothing. I'm talking about Vanilla Ice. I think the little kids know that. I think everybody know Ice, baby.
Ice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, to this day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like all little kids know Michael Jackson right now.
That's the most influential person to
That's
me.
ever, but we not talking about that. We
First
talking about
most
rap.
influential entertainer in history.
Yeah, ever.
Okay, so let me see.
Number
I got
four.
my fourth person. I'm going with Nas, bro.
Okay.
I'm going with Nas. Nas is my guy.
I'm not mad at Nas.
You know what I'm saying? Nas now that's another one you got to pay attention to them words.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
'Cause
Nas.
if you ain't in touch with what's going on, you have to be in touch with the current events to even know sometimes what the fuck Nas is talking about or who he throwing that jab at.
Or some African.
If I Ruled the World was like Nas, that was to me, because I was a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
for a rapper to come like this, I was like, damn, that was,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was just different from the norm, you know what I mean? It was like he was coming a different kind of way, so I always thought Nas was a exceptional rapper.
Exactly. Now for my last and final person, I gotta give it to Nicki Minaj, bro. I got to.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj brought the female shit back.
I'm not mad at that because you put a female in the top 5, so I'm not mad at that.
Nicki.
Nicki, bro.
I like Nicki.
Before
I like
Nicki Minaj, who was a popping ass female artist?
Lil' Kim.
You know how
Definitely Lil'
long
Kim.
ago that was?
What's the girl name? Remy Ma? Before she got
Remy
locked
Ma,
up.
She was in prison though.
No, I'm saying before she got locked up.
No,
If
but
she-
I'm saying, I'm talking
remember what we
about-
talk about.
I'm
Trina.
talking about
Trina.
Trina was kind of getting older at that time though.
Trina.
Trina. That was
Trina,
like
Trina,
2005,
yeah,
2006.
yeah.
That was 20 years
But you
ago.
got to think about it though,
That
man.
was still 20 years ago.
Okay, so who you think is bigger then?
Rapper? Nobody.
Between them two.
Nobody. You talking about
Nicki
bigger than Nicki
Of
Minaj?
course. Nicki
That's what I'm
Minaj.
saying. She took
But-
everything every female rapper had ever done up until that point a step further.
There's no female rapper bigger than Nicki Minaj.
True or false?
True.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
You got to give her props for that. And that wasn't based off just looks. That was talent. That girl was
No.
on songs. That girl was on songs keeping up with Lil Wayne and Drake
Nah, no
and
cap.
Gucci Man.
No cap. No cap.
And niggas was liking her verse sometimes better than theirs. No other female rapper done that, bro.
Yeah, you right.
She
I
opened
agree
that
with that.
door, bro.
I agree.
Missy Elliott.
Come on, man, stop it. Stop.
Missy Elliott, a pop star.
Yeah.
Rapper. Missy Elliott was a rapper.
Missy
Okay,
Elliott, a
I
pop
like
star.
Missy Elliott, bro. Don't get me wrong.
If she classifies a
But
rapper,
Nicki Minaj
she should. She's
did
a pop
something
star.
that no
and she
other
is
female
wonderful.
rapper
She
did.
did. She
though.
did. She did numbers and she did.
You got to give her credit for kicking
I
that
give
door
her
open,
credit.
bro. That was hard. You know
I agree
that
with
had
you
to
on
be
that. Nicki Minaj
hard
is
to do.
Nicki Minaj is the biggest female rapper ever.
Exactly. And imagine how hard that had to be to do, bro. Niggas really didn't accept female rappers like that, just like they didn't accept white rappers.
Yep.
They had to really prove themselves. We didn't have nothing against them, but it's like, you're gonna have to prove yourself to me. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Nicki got lyrics, boy.
Yeah, she got balls.
Shit. So yeah, even Nas got on a song, the video and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Nah, I like I said, I like Nas. Nas got a lot of shit I like. You know
So
what
let
I'm
me ask y'all a question, and this is off of that. Like out of the 3 hubs, right? Out of the 3 hubs, do y'all believe that it's still only 3 hubs? Atlanta, California,
saying? You ain't had to tell me the hood.
and New York. Okay. You don't consider Chicago a hub?
No.
Okay. So out of the 3 hubs,
Why Chicago not a hub?
I'm gonna tell you why I do not consider the Chicago a hub, because it's on who is like gigantic out of Chicago besides Kanye West, Lil Durk, R. Kelly. But we ain't even talking about.
Because they didn't create that hub.
Yeah.
I would
Come on,
say-
you got Common. Come on, keep naming them.
No. I was about to say we talking about rappers though. So I was about to say.
Common a rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, Common. Chief Keef and Lil Durk.
He tried to shoot Common down quick.
I ain't trying to shoot him down. I'm just saying.
That's
He's
that
a-
conscious shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't. I listen to all music.
You was
saying.
serious. We talking about rappers.
I ain't nothing. No. Common got some nice hits. I just classify him as a pop star, basically, more than a rapper.
Name 5.
Wow.
Pop star?
Coming soon.
I can't name one.
That one song when he was.
B. I know he got an album named B. I think.
I know he got a song
B.
where he was standing outside the window showing that girl some pictures, flipping pictures. You know, long girl.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
But I just ain't gonna up.
But y'all know what's so crazy? I don't be shooting niggas down because I don't fucking know nothing from Joe Budden but Pump It Up. And
Where's
in
Joe
New
Budden
York-
from? He from New York, though.
Yeah,
right?
but
I
in New
learned
York,
that I was mad.
in New York, they love that nigga. The fuck is you talking about?
They love
Like,
Joe Budden.
They love that
But
nigga.
see, Joe Budden
Like,
ain't
they
just
got,
a
like-
rapper, though.
Like, he a battle rapper or some shit for real.
Yeah, he a battle rapper, a
Yeah, that's what I'm
businessman.
saying. I don't know. No, I'm talking about not even far as the business part. I'm
Okay.
just saying just straight music.
Yeah, he a battle
They
rapper.
fuck with that nigga
Yeah.
for the music first. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Like
I
Royce
don't-
the 5'9" type shit.
Yeah, like Royce the 5'9". Like
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I cannot tell you one. At least I can tell you one Joe Budden. I can tell you one Royce the 5'9" song.
Right.
But I know who he is, and I know he is an exceptional rapper.
Yeah,
Well, I know he a good rapper.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever heard him on
It's like
freestyles.
some guys was like, I feel like Royce the 5'9" and Joe Budden should have been bigger than what they are.
You know what? Tech Nine. Y'all know who that is?
Yeah, I remember Tech Nine.
Tech Nine had an article saying he make like $60 million a year.
Oh yeah, doing what?
Music.
What, he producing and shit?
He got merch. He
Okay,
got pins.
okay.
He got cups.
Okay,
He coming like the 90s. He got action figures, nigga.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking know who buying this shit, but obviously somebody buying it. He could be
Right.
selling this shit off fucking seas for all fucking we know. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna get into business, if we talking about business, there's a lot of niggas you can bring in because
But every rapper, to me, like we were saying, everybody kind of made their own. Everybody that did make their mark, they made their mark in different areas.
Doing that
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I
like we
believe
were
it.
saying, Eminem,
Yeah.
he had his
Yeah.
reason for, you know what I'm saying? Minaj, Jay-Z, like we were saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like LL, you know what I'm saying? I think LL has had the longest rap career out of every artist.
no, that's why I wasn't mad at him for LL. Like,
Period.
LL
He has
is,
like the
I
longest
love
rap career
LL Cool J,
out of
bro.
anybody.
I just didn't like Headstrong and shit. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. But I love.
Am I right, though?
Yeah.
Has he had the longest
Yeah,
career
you're right.
out of everybody?
That I'm sitting there thinking about because he was in '85.
And to still be
When he in
relevant.
'85, did he come out in '85?
Man, I know I was young. Shit.
I wasn't born. If that nigga came out in '85, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I know I was young.
That's what I'm saying. So you talking about a
That
long
man- that
career?
man been a rapper
Nigga, he was
since
out
he
before I
was
was
like
born.
14.
Nigga, I'm 37.
LL got to be like
J is
56
hard
or
as
some shit
hell.
like that right now. And he been a rapper since he was like a signed rapper. Since he was 14.
Damn.
You know why I really used to like listening to L.
But he
Cali?
said, he
16.
like to rhyme. He like hip hop more than.
So
So he classifies himself as a rapper. He don't classify himself as an actor / rapper. He don't classify. He classifies himself as a rapper.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Because
real.
that's what he came in the game doing.
what
That's
that-
what he loved to do. That's his career.
That's what elevated him.
And every single thing else he get off of rapping is extra. But that's what he want to do. And when he said that, I felt that.
Have y'all ever heard Will Smith rap?
I just heard his new song.
You like it?
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Because I did hear.
I didn't hear a song. I heard a freestyle he did on somebody's song, I believe. I don't know. It might have been his song.
He got an album finna come out.
I ain't
it might
gonna
have been
lie,
his
man.
song, I don't know.
Will Smith is cold with that shit.
But don't you know this? Because, like I said, I was so young. I didn't know Will Smith was a rapper first.
Yeah.
I didn't know they picked him up because he was a rapper. and then- on my show.
He's a storytelling rapper at that.
Yeah.
Him and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
That was one of the things I respected and liked about listening to Biggie
I
Smalls.
like Will Smith though.
I could picture what Biggie was saying while he was saying it, bro.
He
Like,
say a whole
the
lot of
story
funny
coming
shit.
through. Yeah. How did y'all feel about Biggie Smalls?
I ain't
He
gonna
was
cap.
alright.
Look, I ain't gonna cap you down, bro. I'm from Memphis, right?
We ain't listen
My
to
nigga, we listen to the commercial Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
Like, we ain't hear him talking about sucking niggas' daddy's dicks and shit. Like, we just listen to, like, Juicy and shit.
Yeah, 'cause
like-
he did say some old.
Like,
did
no
say
cap,
that.
he
I
used to say
forgot
some
about
wild
that.
shit, bro. Like, when you get older and you listen
and
to
then
like,
niggas
damn,
talking
they
about
fucking-
those bars,
But-
them bars where you put it in
but-
the song.
You know what I'm saying? So,
He meant it in a certain context, though.
no,
He
no,
was-
no. I
he was-
understand it.
Yeah, he was telling the girl, like,
You so
he
fine,
shoulda- he
I'll
shoulda
suck your
said-
daddy dick
he
is what the
shoulda-
nigga
he
said.
shoulda- He should have used
I think
her-
that's what he said
her
verbatim.
mama, you know
You
what
can
I'm
say,
saying?
I think
Mama
what the nigga
tits.
said verbatim, that's just gay.
Yeah, that was sus.
Simple.
That
You know
was
what I'm saying? It's just
suspect.
plain simple gay.
That was
But
suspect.
whatever. But the point I'm making is we only heard the Notorious, Juicy,
Right.
Get Money, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But he
We-
wasn't really known for having a lot of underground shit, though.
You know,
All
we
of
heard
his shit was
underground
like that.
Tupac,
Yeah,
a nigga that went from around.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the only niggas from New York that we used to play, Dipset, nigga. Yeah, Dipset, fuck is you talking about? They getting all the fucking play.
I ain't gonna lie,
Dipset
Dipset used to
was
have
the
some
fucking
cold
shit.
ass beats, bro.
Dipset,
I was DJing
Was
at that
the
time, bro, and they
man.
beats used to drive the
They
motherfucker.
just had a whole lot of
Dipset was the fucking shit, dog. Real talk. From New York and Memphis and shit, Dipset was the shit. Okay.
Even when they wasn't saying shit. That whole killer cam, killer.
That was
cam.
so hard. I
beat,
play that
though,
bitch right now.
Oh my god. That beat had knock, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't really saying
With the
okey
goons I
pokey,
spy,
dokey,
stay in
okey.
tune with mine.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just like Cameron flow, because his flow is.
Yeah.
Cameron
Yeah.
shit, unmatched.
yeah.
Yeah, he got his own shit. Like, you can't.
Lemon head in the dead, ice like Winnipeg, Gemstone, Flintstones. You can say I'm friends with Fred. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that boy had a different type of
Who
flow.
was it Swiss that was making their beats?
Man, I can't even let you know. I don't
Yeah,
even
because
know.
Swiss was with Def Jam. And
I
them
remember.
two.
I remember Swiss probably made some. I don't think he was just. You know,
No,
what I'm saying?
Swift was really die hard with DMX. Not DMX. And them,
Yeah.
Rough
I
Riders.
ain't gonna lie, bro. When I first found out about Swiss and Alicia
Alicia
Keys,
Keys.
I was like, wow, because I would have never thought, I would have never put that together. You know what I'm
But
saying?
hold on, but
Alicia Keys
hold
took
on,
him
hold
from
that
his
thought
wife.
though.
Yeah.
Hold that thought though. But Swiss Beats was the first nigga to do that shit like DJ Khaled. That
What you
DJ
mean?
Khaled shit.
Bringing people together.
Like, he'll make a beat, get everybody on the song, and it's his song. But he didn't write, he just on the video doing everything.
And everybody do a split sheet. Okay.
The first
I ain't gonna say he
person
was
that
the first, though.
Who?
Niggas was doing split sheets already.
No.
We just didn't
No,
know
no,
about
no.
it. DJ Khaled, to me, was the only one that kind of made it.
No, I think DJ Khaled just did it on a bigger level.
And he don't make beats. He got a team of guys that make beats.
Hey,
Swiss made the beats.
if I can throw quarters at a tree, I mean, if I can throw rocks at a tree for a quarter, right, all day, as many rocks I can throw, I get a quarter for each rock. I would go and get so many people to throw rocks at that fucking tree and get them 10 cents and cut to 15 cents, right? So it ain't about how they do it.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
Why it is?
Because you can't take, listen, if I put you in a room and say we finna have a beat battle,
Hmm?
you don't know how to make beats.
Why would I get in the beat battle if I don't know how to make it?
Exactly. So you ain't part of this for real. You're using other people to include yourself and you're getting paid.
What if I know
That's
how to
called
make?
culture vulture.
But what if I
Yeah,
know how to
what
make?
DJ Khaled
But what if I
doing?
know how to make beats? I just didn't make them beats.
He don't know how to make beats at all.
But
They
But
tried to get him to make a beat on YouTube. He made a fool of himself, bro. He does
Oh
not
yeah, I
know
don't know
how to
nothing
make
about. I
beats.
don't know
he
nothing about.
just he
Oh
talking
yeah,
about-
they challenged him.
but I'm gonna
because
let
a lot of people were saying that.
But I'm gonna let you know what I'm
I
talking
think he
about.
just put the shit
Hold on.
together.
But I'm gonna let you know what I'm
That's it.
talking about.
That's it.
This what I'm speaking on. If you make the beat back, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I'm speaking on making the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because that's until you just said that I thought they was making the beat.
No,
you know what I'm
ain't.
saying?
He got a team of black guys that make the beats. And guess how much credit they get?
No.
Well, them black guys need to reconstruct their motherfucking contracts.
A lot of them
I
have.
feel
That's why
like
he
I
keep
feel like a
rotating
lot
these
of people.
guys.
I feel like a lot of people
They
get into
just waiting their
situations
turn.
that they knew they was in, and they do good, which
Nah,
they
man,
knew
you
they
can't-
would do.
Nah, man, you can't blame the people that got played for getting played.
No,
If that's
not
the
all
case-
the time.
if that's the
not
case-
all the time.
If that's the case, Birdman don't owe him shit.
Who?
No,
Khaled. If that's the case,
Well,
when Khaled got played. Fuck
no. That's what I'm saying. It depends on.
How
if-
Kelly get played?
It depends on if it's in a contract.
it. Birdman
if,
still. Remember when
if you-
Rick Ross was talking shit?
Oh,
when,
yeah.
if you sign a
He
contract,
still owe money for a
if
lot
you
of that
sign a contract, and it say, I give you entitled to X, Y, and Z. No matter if right now. I'm
But
put-
see, this the thing though. You saying you're making a good point. But the problem is that you done already made up your mind that you're gonna sign the contract. You understand what I'm saying? Catching people while they starstruck
Vulnerable.
or vulnerable is still some sucker shit.
1,000%.
Knowing in your mind
I'm not saying it's
that I
right.
could have pulled their coat,
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's going on, and it's nothing you can do.
but yeah, I'm not gonna give a nigga no accolade for that shit.
It's not here. I mean,
Khaled
whether
ain't
you
get no credit for me for that.
okay,
bro.
well let me tell you this.
I want to
Okay,
know
like
who the
Boom
producers.
Man.
is.
Okay, well let me put it like this. The first nigga I seen make during that was Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And DJ Khaled did it way bigger than Swiss
Did
Beats.
Swiss Beats give the people that was actually making the beats any credit?
DJ Drum.
I think
You see what I'm saying? Khaled,
No.
we don't know who the fuck making these beats for Khaled. We
no
ain't
Swiss
met
Beats was making
none
the
of
fucking
these
beats.
niggas. Okay, but what I'm saying
Swiss
is,
Beats was part of back then. He was part of what was it? He was part of their beat team. It was like
No,
You
but
gotta
I'm
be-
saying, bro, no,
you gotta
bro.
you gotta have a colonizer's mindset to sit back and watch what's going on and say, "Oh, I could use them to do this and
That's
make
crazy.
money." That's colonizer mindset. I'm not giving Khaled no props for that shit, bro. I
Well,
want to see Khaled do some work.
well, I
some
never,
shit on your own.
I
The
never
only
knew
thing I
that.
see Khaled do is hosting shit.
I never knew that about Khaled. You know what I'm
Even-
saying?
He just put his name on
even
shit.
In the
I never knew.
videos, even in the videos where he at home, Khaled not doing shit. But making phone calls. Hey man, I think you'll sound good on this, brother. You know, all that kind of shit.
He just put this
This
shit
black
together.
guy's working on all the equipment. Khaled ain't doing shit.
He just got the connects and the networks to get the pull.
And he became who he is from being a DJ back in college, hosting black parties.
Who picked him up? Terror Squad.
He been, what you mean?
That's who picked him up.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Terror
think so.
Squad, that's
I
who
don't
was
think
with.
so. Is it?
He was with Terror Squad. That's who I first sent with.
Ain't Terror Squad from New York?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The niggas with Terror Squad.
I think he would with Fat Joe now.
It was Fat Joe.
I seen him walking
The first
down.
nigga ever seen them with was Fat Joe.
Yeah,
I
because
seen
they
him walking down the boulevard
Matter of fact, nigga, he
with
in
Fat Joe.
Shotters.
You just proved my point.
Yep.
Because didn't Fat Joe just get in some hot water for saying black Americans don't have no culture? And that Puerto Ricans and shit created hip hop?
Nah, I ain't hear that though.
Yeah. Pull it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
When? What Puerto Rican
Him
created
and,
hip hop?
He was
um,
What
smoking
Puerto
dope.
Rican created hip hop?
that's what everybody was saying.
He smoking
Just-
dope.
it's
Even,
just-
even the Puerto
He
Ricans that he
smoking
tried
dope.
to name, they interviewed them, and they even gave the props to the black guys.
Like that's just stupid, bro.
You
Like
know what
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying?
even. I
Now
wouldn't
the Puerto
even,
Ricans was around. Don't get me wrong; they was out there breakdancing with niggas.
Right,
You
right.
remember the Puerto Ricans
But I'm
out there
saying
with
they
the
didn't
little button-ups?
invent it.
Exactly.
That's
and the
all
Puerto
I'm
Ricans
saying.
even said the black
I didn't
people
say they
started
didn't.
this.
They do it too.
They started this, but they invited us in. And they have been a part of it with us for a
Yeah,
long
for the whole time,
But don't
yeah.
try to take credit like you built
Don't
this
do
shit.
it like- yeah,
Come
don't do
on,
that.
bruh.
Don't do that.
Like, come on.
I wouldn't even.
Fat
I wouldn't
Joe,
even get in
bro.
no thought though.
Fat Joe.
Right.
And Busta Rhymes did that shit too. He tried to say the Jamaicans invented hip hop. He said black people in America don't have no culture. And niggas like, damn. You done came
But
over
these
here.
niggas dress and act like us.
Exactly. Even Kai Sanat, the little gaming dude, he said the same shit.
But guess what
And he
though?
Haitian.
But listen, but all these niggas act like us. The Haitians,
Exactly.
the
Dress
Jamaicans,
like us.
the Asians, the
Yeah.
everybody come over. You go and look at it. The
Yeah.
culture is our shit. These niggas dress like us. You feel me? These niggas do the shit that we do. We invent the fashion. Period. We set the standard for the. We set the bar. Period. Black people in America. We set the fucking standard. We set the bar.
Yeah.
Nigga,
What you
we
gotta
even got
realize-
niggas
At
trap
this point, bro, we not.
drill rapping in the UK and shit.
At this point, we not. African
Like, come on, bro. We
Americans.
set the
We
motherfucking
black
standard, nigga.
Americans.
When was a nigga ever drill K rapping in motherfucking UK before Chief Keef, nigga?
Right.
Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
And you know that whole Chief Keef story, man. I respect Chief Keef like a motherfucker, because from my understanding, Chief Keef was making his videos off a fucking flip phone back in the day.
Damn, shorty. Damn, shorty. Yeah.
He was like one of the first motherfucking rappers to really go viral off a phone.
How you get that ass up in the pants, shorty? Yeah.
Sitting
I
on the
love Chief
stairs.
Keef, bro.
Sitting on the stairs in the crib.
Chief Keef do, and look, Chief Keef knew, he was like, these niggas, all right, watch this. Let me go. Niggas ain't got that much sense. Young boy did the same thing, nigga in
Okay.
Utah.
Okay.
Who finna come to Utah?
Right.
Fuck is you talking
So
about?
he stood out.
Damn, shorty.
Okay.
What they call it? Grave Digger Mountain.
Fuck is you talking about? Who coming there?
He named that motherfucker.
I don't about coming out there with him.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Certain these young niggas, they got plenty of sense, man.
Y'all been to Utah?
I've been to everywhere.
Ain't nothing.
Nah, I haven't
Utah is.
You know the
is
fucking
it-
only place I ain't
quiet
been is
there
New
or
York,
something?
dog.
I've never been to New York.
I've
either,
been
bro.
everywhere but New York.
I gotta go to New York.
Like
bro.
New York, Boston and shit. But everywhere
I've been to
else,
Boston.
You ain't never been to New York neither?
I've been through New York, but I've been to Boston.
Bro, I ain't never been to the West Coast.
I've been to Cali,
nah.
Vegas.
I ain't never been to Cali.
I used to live in Koreatown, right outside, where it was like, when you come out on the back, you can see Hollywood, the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was cool. But everything in the building was old as hell.
Right.
And that shit was $2,200 a month. That was like
Damn.
2000.
Hey, you said that was in Cali though. In 2001?
17.
Oh yeah,
16.
yeah. My
I was like,
brother,
that was back then, that shit was like that.
my brother had moved on there back in 2017.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, "Oh hell no, bro! I got to come back to the city."
That was before
He,
2000.
I had already moved
That
out
was
here
in
though,
2015.
but he went back to Detroit because he
Before
like, nigga, I can't maintain this rent by myself. He had a 1-bedroom apartment, man. That shit was $1,700 a month. He said.
Gosh.
But you know what I always say? I was like, New York trying to bring that shit to Atlanta, because you know everywhere down here $2,000. Shit.
At least.
Yeah, you don't pay $2,000
Yeah.
for a
You
apartment.
might get lucky and get some shit for 18.
That's $2,000.
Yeah.
Makes that shit.
No, I ain't gonna say.
No, I
Not if your light bill only got down $150.
count.
Shit.
That's $2,000. Guess what you guys still do? Pay for the lights,
Yeah.
cable, not cable.
Well, if we talking about that, then the goddamn apartment is more than
Wi-Fi.
$2,000. Shit.
I'm just giving you $2,000.
And you know, when I first moved down here, an apartment was $1,200, bro.
Nigga, when I first got here, apartment. No, when I first got here, a townhouse was $799.
That's crazy.
When I first turned 18, I got an apartment in Memphis for $399.
Nah, I remember apartments in Memphis
Fuck you
was
talking
$428.
I had my spot in Detroit was $500 a month, all utilities included.
My partner and his girl.
I was still
Look.
been in that bitch.
My partner and his girl moved into an apartment, nigga, in the trails on Mount Moriah. And they was, I think he was 19, she was 18. And nigga, they rent with $428.
Ooh. And it'd be crazy because motherfuckers be having trouble paying that. I used to see.
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't never seen. Well, I ain't gonna say never, but man.
Man, I used to see motherfuckers on
Yeah.
Section 8 getting evicted. Rent probably ain't nothing but like $125, $200 a month.
That's just illustrious. That's just ridiculous. I mean, you know,
Right. You can't make $10 a day would have covered that shit. Shit. Any type of little hustle or job, you'd have been good.
But you know, a lot of people like that, they don't want to work and do none of that shit.
Yeah, but you want to live.
No, they want to live, but they don't want to work. They want to live off Section 8. They want to live off you, nigga.
But Section 8 costs.
No, they want to. No,
Cost the
I'm sorry,
taxpayers.
not Section 8. I'm sorry, welfare.
It still costs too. Taxpayers.
They still. That's what I said. They want to live off you. There's some people. That, I
Section
ain't
8
saying
go by your
everybody,
income.
but some people.
And I done heard females say, I got to go down here and report that I'm not working right now, so my rent be zero. And I'm like, oh, that's just happening too goddamn good.
I'm like, nah, bitch, because they going to raise my taxes to make sure your ass can stay rent free.
I don't even want to talk to her.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
That's childish.
I'm straight on her
You
ass.
stash something in this mouth? No, I'm sorry.
Nah, she can go on.
Shit. Like that. You know what I'm saying? What you say? What? little extra 200 or 300 a month to do you some justice, huh?
Alright, man. So
All right, y'all. Put it back. It's back on you.
check it out, man. This is it. Nah, we wrapping up today's episode, man. Matter of fact, one more thing before we go. Who is the most underrated rapper ever?
All time,
All time. Let's go.
no matter what state, none of that.
No matter what state, no matter what level. The most underrated rapper ever. Let's go. We got 4 ounces. We putting you on here, Greedy.
Was they already underrated and then made it, or is they still underrated?
The most underrated rapper
To this day.
ever.
Okay. I'm gonna say T.I.
Most underrated rapper.
Yeah, I don't think T.I. get the love he deserved, bro. I think T.I. deserve way more respect than people give him when it comes to me rapping, bro. T.I. a beast.
Okay, I
T.I.
agree.
is a beast.
I agree with that. I think T.I. beast. Where we at, Greedy?
Yo,
Where we at?
what was the question?
The most underrated rapper ever.
Let's say maybe Currency.
I think that was my answer.
Okay.
I'm going
I
King
like
Los.
that answer. I
I'm
like
going
that.
King Los.
I like that. Ooh, King Los. That only okay.
Or Kurt Cobain.
King Los don't make songs. That's the only
I'm
reason.
gonna go Kurt Cobain
Okay, we're gonna go Kirko.
because he was Drake before Drake.
Facts.
Drake took his.
Now
flow.
we ain't gonna say facts, and we ain't gonna say Drake took his flow, but I'm gonna say
Man, shit.
I'm gonna say
Research
I love Kirko. I'm gonna say I love Kirko,
from
and
that
I
Drake
think
in my cup.
that's a
Go listen to that Drake in
I
my
think
cup,
Kirko is
listen
a
to Drake
great
after that.
answer. Okay. So I'm gonna go with underrated. I'm gonna go with let me see,
And Lil Webby.
cause he took my answer. I was gonna say Currency, so I gotta go with somebody else.
Y'all ever been into like the story time raps?
Yeah, I love.
Who y'all think was the king of that?
Telling stories.
Yeah. I'm gonna say before y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all who I think is that boy Dana Dane from back in the day. Dana Dane.
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick was. a
Slick
beast.
Rick was that was all he did with Chester.
That was right
Hold
around
on,
the time
damn.
Dana Dane was doing his thing too, though. Dana Dane was cold with that shit, though. Nightmares of the night, all that shit.
Storyteller.
Yeah, Slick Rick was on that tip too, though. You right.
I was finna say KRS.
Ice Cube with that
Pimp C,
good ass day.
Pimp C. I'm gonna go Pimp C.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go Pimp C, the most underrated rap ever. 'Cause
Okay.
the nigga got the pimp so fucked up. You
Okay.
hear me? Real talk.
I used to listen to them boys.
You gotta
man.
go into it. Listen, my boy Pimp, man.
When they came out with that motherfucking
Twista
one day you
underrated, too.
here, baby. When they came
Man.
out with that, I used to go to sleep
To
with that
this
shit on, bro. I
gone.
swear to God.
Which
I-
one?
That
One
motherfucker, one
day
day you hear
you
it, the next day you
baby.
go. I used to go to sleep with that on, bro. That was my jam. From
Yo.
the first time my cousin let me hear that shit, nigga,
Shit.
I was hooked.
He was only 14.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I used to, that's actually the song that turned me on to UGK.
Like,
My
when
Pimp
me
C
on,
would take a old
Whitney Houston
song.
turned me on to Pimp C.
Whitney Houston?
The song they got. Smoking Bobby by the pound and key.
With his not on that song.
I know that's what it's called. He said I was smoking
Oh,
Bobby by
it's
the
called
pound,
Bobby Whitney and
by the
Bobby.
key.
Yeah.
Oh
Whitney and
yeah. Okay.
The game is
Okay.
good to me. That what it got the game. Is
See,
good.
that's way later. I'm talking about Pimp C been. You know, he went to
You talking about
jail.
before he went to
Master
prison.
P
Yeah.
underrated.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Master
Master
P.
P had a dog ass team, bro.
Master P just rebranded itself.
When them boys
He
was
did
at their
damn
peak with that what was it? What was it? The 304 boys, or 504
504
boys.
boys.
Wobble, wobble, yeah, 504 boys.
The 504
True.
boys. Nah, I used to bang that shit in the whip, bro, on repeat.
That was him.
Hold on, y'all.
See murder.
Cause we finna get out of here. Let me give y'all one more joint.
Yuck Mouth.
Maybe two.
Y'all remember Yuck Mouth?
I remember Young Mouth. I remember he was into it with the game.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about Young Mouth, cause I ain't know the California nigga.
I used
So that was good for Young Mouth, that little beef. But
to bump the fuck out of Yuck Mouth.
But
man.
okay, which label y'all think killed more careers than helped them?
Bad Boy Records.
Okay, who you think? Let's go around the room.
I mean,
we got
shit.
Bad Boy Records. Where's
Bad
we
Boy
going?
Death Row.
motherfucking Records.
Okay, Death Row.
Damn,
Where's
you
we
beat
going?
me. You beat me. You got me. You got me.
Where's we going? Where we going, Green?
I'm gonna say Bad Boy too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Empire.
Okay,
They
Empire.
killed the whole goddamn record label.
Okay.
On 3, Dog, all them niggas on their record label. God.
Okay, I'm gonna go Grand Hustle, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Really?
Yeah,
T.I. the only nigga debated. He slow drove up.
he ain't got. Who else came out Grand Hustle?
Nobody.
Right.
He
But I ain't gonna lie,
had
Dope B-
some.
Dope B was on his
Man,
way. Dope
he
B from
had
Alabama.
some
Don't be from Alabama.
hitters.
Let's reverse that question.
He had some hitters.
What you mean reverse that question to which record label?
Helped him more than handled him.
Cash Money.
The most motherfuckers.
Cash Money.
Who helped the most people?
Yeah, what record label put the most
Hold on.
motherfuckers
I want to clarify about T.I. first.
Okay.
Then we're going to go there. I want to clarify what I'm saying about T.I. Grand Hustle, he done had a lot of people that I feel like are powerhouses. Tokyo Jets.
I
You know that girl?
I think that Grand Hustle shit got fucked up when T.I. caught that case.
Nah,
Man,
man,
he
just
rebranded
did.
himself a million times, though. T.I. ain't no shrimp. He ain't no little nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, he just won an $80 million lawsuit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
T.I. he not no little, he went out that shit. He not no little shrimp nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like T.I. could have did way more for his artist than he did. And I don't know what he did. This just from me, from a fan standpoint, outside looking in. He could come and be like, oh, I did blah, 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 which ain't my business regardless. I'm just giving you from a fan's point of view.
Perspective, right.
Yeah, and he had a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like could have been like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Potentially some top dog motherfuckers.
yeah. So, what you said the opposite before we get out of here? The opposite
Cash Money.
What record label
Help.
helped the
actually
most
helped
people.
more people?
Okay, who you got?
Def Jam.
Oh,
All day.
I don't think
Powerhouse.
that's. I
Motown.
don't think you can argue with Def Jam.
Long time.
That's a good one. Motown is a good one.
Motown ain't rap though. But okay.
Stacks.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Let's do rap. Take Motown and Stacks out. Let's go. We doing rap. So we got Def Jam.
Def Jam.
Cash Money.
Okay, we got Cash Money. I was gonna say Cash Money myself. But let me go with I'm gonna go with
Swisher House.
no. I'm gonna go with
Atlantic.
I'm gonna go with
Shit.
OVO.
Interscope.
I'm gonna go OVO.
I'm gonna go Interscope.
Interscope.
You got Dre,
Interscope
Eminem,
is-
and 50 Cent.
Interscope got a lot of labels. You see what I'm saying?
They umbrella underneath them. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got a lot of labels. I'm saying what label? Not like don't nigga. I can say Universal. That's like half the rap game. I'm saying like what label? Like how he said, Cash Money. That's Birdman. That's Brian Williams and Slim.
Interscope. So when you say Interscope, that's fucking Levine.
No, he right. That was a
No,
label
bro.
though. That
That's
was
a
a label.
label, nigga.
No, it's a label, but they got a lot of different imprints. So if you saying
Cash Money got a
so
lot
if you
of
saying
different
Universal,
imprints.
you saying Cash Money. You saying
Who said
X, Y, and Z.
Universal though?
I don't
Huh?
say Universal.
No, I'm just giving you
The Universal is a distribution
It's a
company.
distribution.
Anyway,
They not a record label.
that's not.
the Interscope. Is a
That's a
is
good
a
one.
record label.
That's a good one.
Okay, so if you saying Interscope, you got a whole fucking umbrella of a lot of different people. So I would say Interscope in this case.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
that's what I was saying. But I was going
Cash
for
Money
like
got
the
Young
actual,
Money, all
Yeah.
that, anything
the actual.
like that.
But when I say OVO, because I think Drake, nigga,
And
he
that's
got.
under Cash Money.
Look at the people that
But
came.
people were signed to OVO like that, and made it like that.
The Dream.
Okay.
They all still signed.
party next door. Huh?
And they still linked it under Cash Money.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a branch.
I
Under
can't-
Cash Money.
look,
Okay.
That's not a
Okay.
fact. That's not a fact. I don't know.
Like
I
how,
don't know.
like how The Rock was under.
But that's how it should
Rock
be.
was under Def Jam.
That's how it is.
Okay.
That's probably, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's how it is because
I
Drake
know
is
that's
Drake.
how it is.
That's crazy.
Just like
Death
Birdman
Row.
gonna let you create
Death Row
something.
never
But
grew.
it could be a management.
Death Row
Birdman
never.
could be management.
Death Row never grew no branches, did it?
That's
that
what I'm
shit
saying.
came and went so
Death,
quick.
Death Row could be. I mean, his shit could. Birdman could have him under management. You see what I'm saying? And it not be under the label. So it's like it's not a fact. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no,
That's
they
all
under the label.
I'm not saying they not. I'm
Yeah,
just saying that's not.
He
We
been
ain't-
quit managing them niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, we out. That's it.
Okay,
All
so,
right, let's wrap it up. It's time.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go and get out of here. We gotta wrap it up. We went over about 15 minutes for y'all, but we're gonna see y'all on the next episode. And shout out my crew. Like, subscribe, holla
Share.
back. Proud Plains Podcast. We out.